Mellieħa. Trying to talk quietly because we're in like a minivan with other people. Going through the back streets is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. A mixture of Italy and almost like an Egypt kind of sandstone. I'll show you.
If you need or want me, I'm never too hard to find.
Welcome to my Malta vlog. Well, I am desperate, as you can imagine, to get unpacked, to sort myself out, to sort this out. My phone is also nearly dead on battery, my camera's nearly dead on battery, but I wanted to give you a quick bathroom tour. It's absolutely huge, absolutely huge. And I'm wondering if these open, oh, lovely, onto the balcony. Look at that. Oh God, everyone can hear everything you're saying. That must be to in a courtyard. Lovely walk-in shower, nice and bright, clean. What more can we ask for? These are obviously two, like a twin that's been made into sort of a king size. Massive wardrobe. Another, this is just a structural. Another wardrobe. Fridge, tea, coffee. No safe. I'm pretty sure there is a safe somewhere. Hang on. Is there a safe? Yes. Okay. Well, let's face it, I've got nothing to put in there. TV, little desk, all very nice. Free bottle of water. So look, I am desperate to get the very glamorous toiletry bag set up, get unpacked, sort all this out, get everything on charge, and have a beer on my balcony.
You know the places that.
Pizza. Crazy choice, but I just fancied it. I haven't eaten all day, and I've actually gone for a fish pizza. So it's Italian and fish, and we're outside sitting in the square. It's so beautiful with the cathedral and the music's playing. The only thing we probably should have had is a little bit more blanket or layers because it's a little bit cool. Cheers. First morning by the pool. So Malta is windy. That is, you've not finished that already. That was going to be the hard level. We've got this game. Dad's really good at it because he's good at logistics and sorting through things and thinking how things work. Basically, you muddle up these little sets of balls, and then in different positions. Then you've got to fill it back in again. Hang on, let me just reset another one, and then oh, hang on, Steve's talking.
How are you?
No, say something. Tell them about how was your evening?
Last night?
Yeah.
Very good.
You can see yourself on that screen, so that's how you know.
Oh, I can. I can't see anything. You sure it's normal? Look?
It is on.
Is it not?
It is. You can see it.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. Oh, there's Mum. Well, it was a nice evening. We went down in one of the centre, beside this big church down here, look. And had a nice meal down there, and walked up through, seen the village life and the village people. And look, there's a little over there. There's the infinity pool.
So yeah, as I was saying, last night we got here and just unpacked really quickly and then head straight out for dinner just in the local village. We're in Mellieħa. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. It is windy, and last night was it definitely wasn't cold, but we had the rugs around us because we wanted to sit outside in the little square outside the cathedral, and we had the nicest dinner and drinks. I actually didn't even remember what the total bill was. Was it about 80? And that's 3 meals, and I think we had 2 drinks each, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah, so it was pretty good, I think. I think it might have been a bit less than that. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So where we're staying is the Hotel Solana, and I booked it because it has 2 pools. Well, it has 2 pools on the roof, but it also has a pool in the basement. Because the 2 pools on the roof, one's kids and one's adults, but they're not heated, but the one in the basement is heated, and that's where the spa is and where the gym is. So I knew I had options for the mornings or whatever if the weather wasn't great. I have just put my feet in the pool and it is absolutely freezing. Yeah. So I don't know whether I'll be going in it. I don't know how people manage to get in it. There seems to be some kind of jacuzzi that I'm looking at as well, whether that's heated. Maybe that bit is heated.
The little
little side one, I don't know.
No, I'd put my fingers in
It's
and
not.
it's cold.
God, they're all cold. Don't know how people enjoy it. Anyway, so we just walked down there and walked back, and we just came across a restaurant that I saw on TripAdvisor, and I think it's called International, but I'm not sure. God, someone's in the pool, I can't believe it, they're so good. But this is a very quiet, so this is a quiet area. There are plenty of bars and restaurants, so don't let me saying it's a quiet area put you off. It's just not a throbbing young nightlife place, but that is fine by me. Only downside of this hotel, there isn't really many because the rooms are great. It's fairly basic, but probably one level up from basic. Except music playing around the pool, and I hate that. We're also hoping that there's some kind of bar upstairs that opens in a bit maybe as well. Or we'll send Dad out to the supermarket to get some foreign crisps and Fanta Limon. We're going full makeup free today, so you'll have to excuse that. It is now about 5 o'clock, at 4:30 on the Solana's rooftop sort of bar area overlooking the church and the sea. They do like a happy hour. Oh, I did show you that way. I just turned around. I'll show them again in a minute. I'm just trying to tell them what we're doing.
Why do you bother know where you are?
Well, they know where I am. I've said where I am. I'm in Malta, but honestly, from this view, look, you can't even. It's barely visible. Yeah, but it's barely visible. And then I'm darker, so I'm trying to get the light across. So at 4:30 they do a free drink and snack, don't they? Nibbles, crispy nut things, a free glass of. Well, I should have shown you when it came. Free glass of white
Sangria.
Sangria. And the best cake you've ever had in your whole life.
In your life.
Honestly, I can't even. It is. It makes my mouth water going just talking about it, and I'm not even a cake fan. It's like really moist, just like almost like a vanilla Madeira soft cake, but with this like nutty, almost chocolatey, sweet, like fresh. Anyway, you don't care about this, and you may never eat it, but we had to. I actually got my camera out just to tell you about it. It's also happy hour, so we might order some drinks, and then I think tonight we're going to sit on my balcony and just do snacks and go to the supermarket. Yeah, that's the plan for tonight. The sun's gone in, so it's a little bit cooler, although I think the wind has gone down a little bit. It's so windy here, that's something definitely to be aware of this, whether it's this time of year or just all year round. I think it is always windy here, that's what I've heard on all of social media and everything, and we're so high up here. Also, they're playing terrible Euro trash, but everyone here is 60. I know a lot of YouTubers are very cool, and I think you'll find that I really am showing the aesthetic way that YouTubers live. The toilet roll is kitchen roll, the full bottle of whiskey, the ripped up cheese, 1970s music. I mean, what more could a single 40-something want from a holiday? But what I will show you is the sunset, which is nearly gone. If I showed you about 3 seconds ago, it would have been, well, it looks rubbish now, but it was completely purple when we got back to the hotel room. So yes, as you've seen, we've got picky bits, and not much of them, and no salt or flavouring, but it's fine because it's all we fancied, really.
Literally every other sea creature shits in the water.
Nothing beats a chatty holiday.
Well, we're here at Popeye's Village. We've just got our tickets. Oh, gosh, windy. It's right on the coast. And wristbands, and it looks amazing from when we drove past. I don't know what I expected, but it's way better than I could have ever expected. This is my dream place. I love sets, I love behind the scenes. So we're heading down into it now. It's crazy. Made for the 1980s with Robin Williams. It was windy, it's right on the coast, but it looks glorious, and we've got to be quick because the rain's going to come soon.
Dust, but after all the lessons learned, it would
think I have seen the film maybe once, and so I need to watch it to know if every single building they've built here, the barber shop, the dentist, the bakery, the clerk's office, everything was all parts of sets of the film, or whether some of it was and they've added on to it to make this kind of theme park day out adventure. What they're doing down in the main square at the moment is actually sort of filming parts of the film with members of the public, and they'll edit it together and make a little mini film for the person to maybe take home. But you can hear it. Welcome to my office. I'd be happy with this. Would be very fine for me as a little home. I even like the colours, the interiors, the wallpaper, so that's fine. Kath is a qualified typist, secretary, so she'd be absolutely fine. Yeah, so we could have a nice little office. I'm desperate to watch the film now to see how much they would have used or done, and she cuts keys, so that would have been. This is definitely her office. And there's lots of booze, so that's perfect for her. It's very peaceful in here actually, you could just sit in here all day. Dad's playing a game over there. I'm going to tell you right now what not one bar of me thinks I was born in the right generation. I know when I look at this, this is how I'm meant to live and how I would be happy. Can you watch me? This resin is very hard in here. It's very hard. I can't move it. The only thing that's moving is the top one to it. So what did you think of your meal?
Absolutely amazing, beautiful.
Why are you talking differently?
I don't know.
Very nice, very tasty.
Morning, we're in day 3 and we've got up and had breakfast after quite a late night last night at the restaurant, and then came back to the hotel and we actually started watching a Hail Mary, and which is why I look the way I do today. Anyway, everywhere I go, every country I go to, I think I'm a snow globe. I've got about 30 snow globes now, and I always try and have one which tells a bit of a story around it rather than just a pretty one. So this has got I don't know where that would be. Maybe it's Valletta on one side, and then it's also got Popeye Village on the other side, which is obviously where we went yesterday. So this will be Malta's little snow globe. Sorry to say, I'm going to be one of those people and get a Starbucks on holiday, but I just fancy a little Starbucks. I didn't sleep well last night. It was tiny. We've come through DB San Antonio Hotel in St Paul's under their underground car park to come through to this restaurant. Have you ever been to a nightclub on the beach before?
No, tonight's the night.
Do you think you're the oldest ones here?
Yeah, definitely.
Our restaurant is rather noisy, but considering we came here without a plan, we're pretty lucky, I guess, that we got a table in such a lovely location. But it's right next to this outdoor club, so it is pretty. I actually thought the music was coming from the restaurant, but it's not. It's coming from outside.
I've done mine, so that must be yours.
Happy Saturday night. You tell them what we did yesterday.
We went for a walk down the town, then we come back, and then we went You had a...
We all went swimming, didn't we? How did you find them?
Oh yeah, the swimming, yeah, that was right.
Morning. I can't actually believe I'm filming you looking like this because these like the longitude and latitude marks on my face are driving me crazy now. So yesterday, I can't remember when I just last filmed. Oh, we were at the beach last night. It was the last time I filmed. Dad and I were at breakfast. We've lost Kath. We don't know. We think she's either left the country or. So we went to St Paul's last night, didn't we? And I went over there because I was looking for these Irish pubs for Dad, but we drove past two of them. One was the Elvis Tribute Bar, which is apparently to have live music on a Saturday. And the other one was an Irish pub, which I think is closed down. And it was just such a rubbish area, so grotty, all in the shade. Just really horrible. I was like, no, we can't go here. So I just went on Google Maps and I saw a place on the beachfront. And if it's on the beachfront, I think, okay, well, at least it's, even if it's just chicken and chips, at least there's a nice bit of view. But then when I looked at the website, it looked really nice. It wasn't cheap, but it also wasn't expensive, but it was a fairly kind of bougie place, I guess. And it was so windy trying to look it up on my maps as I was walking on the street because it was so windy last night. I was like, right, let's just, I knew we'd driven and passed a big DB hotel, which was the DB San Antonio. So I was like, right, let me go into their reception, jump on their Wi-Fi, sit down for a minute and just make a plan. Went into the reception and then realised that was it called Lucky Cat, I think. I think the restaurant is called Lucky Cat. What? Nine Lives. Oh, here comes Cat. Anyway, I'll tell you about this in a minute. Hang on. Sorry, what was I saying? Gosh, I actually just can't believe what I look like. I could at least have put my hair up or something. Anyway, I've been to the gym, that's why I look like this. So, it was called Nine Lives. And once you're in the DB San Antonio, well, sorry, let me wind back. I tried to make a reservation on the website while sitting in the DB reception. I couldn't. I thought, right, let me go to the concierge, even though we were staying in the hotel. And he was really nice, and he rang them and got us a reservation. Then he was like, what room are you in? I was like, well, I'm not. And he was really fine about it. It was fine. I just said, look, I just want to find somewhere to get my parents something to eat, and we don't know where we are. So then, instead of walking all the way around to the beachfront, which I thought you had to do, he was like, oh no, just go in the lifts, go down through the underground car park and you'll get into the restaurant. So we did that, we went down 3 floors into the underground car park, walked through the car park and you go through this black tunnel and suddenly you're in this beachfront amazing restaurant, which did have really pumping loud music, but it was really good food, wasn't it? We really enjoyed it. But we weren't there for long, maybe an hour and a half. Then we got a taxi back, but no, wouldn't recommend St Paul's as a town, although I know the coastline is gorgeous and I know there's that lovely big like horseshoe bay where people jump off, which is probably gorgeous, but the actual streets, it was very new, it was very Benidorm-y, didn't like it at all, quite rough. And it made me grateful to come back to our little village, Mellieħa. I'm sure that's not pronounced right, Mellieħa. Because it's traditional and old and quaint and it's got everything you can eat. So anyway, we came back and then we watched another segment of Hail Mary, which is a 2 hour 40 long film, so we'll watch the rest of it today. But anyway, went up this morning to rain, which is fine because I went to the gym and now it's gone. But we just need to think of a plan for today. So just double checking, you think the very famous international actor Michael Caine might have been in Gatwick, South Wetherspoons the morning of Wednesday the 16th of May.
No, it's evening.
Okay, sorry, the evening, Tuesday the 15th of May.
Oh, I don't know if it's morning or evening now. I'm very sure.
It just seems unlikely because you're saying to see if you'd be recognised, but I think you probably would be recognised, especially by the Wetherspoons crowd.
Well, perhaps it's his twin.
Perhaps, yeah. The lighting in this place, if you are vain, is not great because what it's doing is like, no, it's not as big as that spot. Well, it is, but it kind of, look. It's shocking. Right, we finished breakfast and we're getting ready to go to Mdina, so I thought we'd do my hair together. I'll do my hair with you. Because I haven't really got any, oh actually I haven't even curled my eyelashes yet. Let me curl my eyelashes. I'm hoping you can hear me because it's so dark today because it's been raining this morning that, don't let me down, little lighter, that I've had to put the light on in the bathroom, but the fan, there's no way to, normally in hotels I always shut off the fan from the mains. There's normally like a control, you know, a trick switch outside the room somewhere, but I've looked everywhere and I can't find it. There is actually a fuse panel on the wall in the main bedroom, but I don't want to start messing with it because I don't know what leads to what, but I'd love to stop this fan. There's actually no need for a extractor fan. One, because the shower is nowhere near hot enough to cause any steam at all, and two, there's 2 windows that aren't sealed properly, so it's a super drafty bathroom anyway, and 3, it's a massive bathroom, so yeah, I don't think we've got any worry about steam affecting it. It's also covered in tiles, so what's going to happen if steam did get out? But yeah, no, the shower's pretty cold unfortunately, which doesn't feel great. I don't think I need to do much with my hair actually. I thought it was in much worse shape, but it's kind of, because yesterday it was so windy that I thought the curls would have completely dropped, and they have, but not horrifically. So maybe I could just leave it as it is. I haven't been for a swim as well, which I was going to do this morning, but we just sort of it hasn't happened. Maybe when we get back tonight, maybe it's best just to get out and get going, and then, because the thing with going for a swim is it always means that you've got to do your hair and it just takes so much longer to get ready. I also thought maybe the pool would be completely packed because it has been bad weather this morning. I thought, I've got a feeling that everyone's going to get the same idea and just head straight to the indoor pool. We're really lucky that there's 3 pools here, and yesterday the outdoor pool downstairs, which is heated, there was like no one around it. We had it basically to ourselves. And it was just in the middle of the day when there was a sun trap, so it was brilliant. Sorry for the weird angles. Anyway, I've been to the gym this morning, I told you that, and I feel pretty terrible now, but not horrifically terrible. I feel bad enough to not want to do anything or go anywhere, but obviously you're on holiday, so you've got to force yourself to do it, haven't you? I could easily just sit and rest. Don't know what it is it the late nights? I had 2 beers last night, so I think that's fine. Hang on, I need to get closer. My eyelashes will drop almost instantly. I don't know if you can see how like weird and twisted they are at the moment, and they're just going to drop as soon as I do anything. I do think I'd probably need to run my straighteners over this side. Let me just go and do that a sec. I'm using Steve Penrose as a tripod. What do you think of that curl?
Not very good.
Why? What, you could do better, could you?
Well, I just don't think that sometimes you'd put enough effort into it.
Oh, right, yeah. I'd say everyone's pretty lucky I'm doing this amount of effort as it is. Well, we've just missed a massive rainstorm to make it just in time to Mdina, the ancient walled city. I'm trying to talk quietly because there's so many people around, but these are the entrance gates, and behind me is the massive moat that goes around. Look at that. So first things first, I know it's hopefully going to get a little bit nicer later on, so I think the first step is to try and maybe just grab a coffee somewhere. We actually got dropped off on the side sort of further than where I'd planned, but that's okay. We're going to walk through the ancient walls to get to the other side of the fortress, so we're going to go like all the way through to the other side.
We spent years in
Are you not sharing with us?
No.
Oh my goodness, Dad, it's massive. But that's sickly as hell. Of the rain at the Fontanella Tea Gardens, which are up on the roofs above the walls, and the view is incredible. Definitely recommend. It looks like we've got some good sticky apple cake as well, pots of tea, and a lemon cheesecake. It's not a lemon cheesecake, that's a white chocolate cheesecake, actually.
is heavy and getting heavier
Excuse my green eyes, I made a video for my 60 seconds. Anyway, Instagram stuff. Doesn't matter, you can go and watch them, they're not that good. We're in Sliema today. We've just popped over to the mall and we're going to go for a walk through here and then a walk along the water, get some coffee or whatever. But I walked in and instantly smelled the cinnamon behind me, which is taken all my self-control not to order one right here and now, although we've just had breakfast. So anyway, I don't know how big this mall is. Not massive, I don't think, but I have a little stroll. Just nice to do something different. I slept really badly last night, so I'm absolutely wasn't feeling like going to Valletta and having like a whole day in the sun today. I'm trying to get an early night tonight and do that tomorrow. But anyway, so I thought this would be like a little bit of a shorter day. Sliema is only across the river from Valletta, but it's a slightly shorter drive for us. So it took about 25 minutes to get here in a boat. That was super easy. So yeah, that's where we're off. We're going to look around here and then go for a stroll in the sun, and then maybe back to the hotel and try and have a relaxed day, as this is our penultimate day and I feel like I've not done a lot of relaxing yet. There's even a Marks and Spencer in here. Can you believe that? Just over there. Alright, see you in a sec. Very small mall. There's recognisable brands, Levi's and Adidas. There's probably about 40 shops. And there's a Long Shop and a Max Mara outside. And there was a Mango in there, but you'd absolutely find things if you were looking for something specifically, but I wasn't, and there was nothing that really caught my eye anyway, and I'm trying not to spend money, and I don't need anything, so that was that. But now we've left the mall from sort of like it's called Level 0, it's just classed as ground, but it's not ground because you actually come across this walkway to get you down to the front. So that's what we're going to do. Walk all the way around the harbour. We're actually looking at Valletta now. You can get ferries across from here, so if you wanted to do it all in one day, you could just leave here, head over to Valletta, have a look around, and then be done. And there's a couple of more shops. I think there's a Zara down here. I'm going to stop and get a coffee. Oh, it's noisy going over the road. And you've got great views of Valletta from here. It's gorgeous, and it's the perfect day because it's not hot at all. It's nice, and you'll probably get burnt, but because it's windy, it allows you to, wow, look at these views. Doesn't feel too bad. Look at this. Obviously, because of Malta's history, it was English. It was English. So there is a lot of English shops, and I'm currently in next home. Don't know why I've come in, just fancied a nose to see how different it was, and it's not different at all. There are still Highland cows everywhere you look. Made it to Zara. I'm trying these on. What do you think? I don't know, I feel like I love them, and I love the print, and I love the colours. They're my colours. And I probably could have a smaller size. Maybe that's what's doing it. But and I know they're meant to be barrel, but I think they're probably not the most flattering. But I think I like them because of the print rather than the. I don't know. I think if you've got a belly, these things aren't probably the best shape for me. But they're cool as well. I don't know. And I've got this stripy top, and then actually these are for Mum's try-on, so I'm going to give her these now. I didn't buy anything, but Kath got some trousers.
Great, thank you.
You always do well in Zara, don't you?
I do, and you find them for me.
Yeah, it's easier shopping for somebody else though, isn't it? This is a lovely end. There's a lot of beach clubs around here with pools in and lovely hotels. You can just go in and sit and have a coffee and just look at the harbour and everyone fishing. It's just away from the main sort of strip of the shops.
It feels like yesterday when she was looking out that window on the bus to second grade.
We're back, and my two friends are back with me. And we've actually ordered room service because I'm feeling pretty done in tonight. I've been very tired today. We had a big old stomp around the city, but we've got room service. We've got what's this called again? Frito misto.
Aubergine, sorts, salad.
Deep fried stuff. Perfect. So we're going to have that and stay in tonight. It's already 8 o'clock and the sun is about to set. Gotta get an early night tonight. Tomorrow's the last day, so I need some decent sleep tonight. But anyway, yeah, just went down to the bar and had a quick drink and listened to the man playing his guitar. It's very good. And now we're going to watch one of the 2 channels that are available for English people on the telly. Sounds of the 70s and Sounds of the 80s. So if you stay here, you need to be at least over 40. Morning and welcome to our last day in sunny Malta, and the best day, I would say, weather-wise. The sky is completely blue. Up, breakfast. I didn't go to the gym today. I actually woke up quite late and had a good bit of sleep last night, so I thought I'm not going to go to the gym. I'm actually going to go swimming, and the plan was to go swimming down in the basement, in the heated pool, in the like dark room. But you couldn't really sit down around there because it's too hot and dark down there, and like just boiling, like steamy. And the downstairs heated pool is in shade at this time of day, so we've actually come up to the rooftop and maybe are going to brave going in the cold water. Let's see. But I don't want to get too hot because this afternoon we're going into Valletta for a look around, and that's going to be hot and long, so I don't want to get feel terrible, get a headache before I go there. So I'm trying to keep in the well, I'm not in the shade at all, but no, I'm not in the shade at all. But anyway, I'm keeping a hat on. I'm going to go in the water in a minute, and we're going to head into Valletta about 2 o'clock and spend a few hours there, have dinner there, and then come back and get an early night because our coach transfer is picking us up really early tomorrow morning at like 7:40, which is just too early for our flight. Our flight's not till 11:20, and we've checked in and we've got no luggage to check in, so that's a bit frustrating. I'm tempted to just get a Bolt there instead and just completely sack off the coach transfer. I've just checked into our EasyJet flights, which were part of the package deal, which was quite a cheap package deal, but the EasyJet flights I've just had to pay for baggage and seats, so kind of just, it's not even that cheap, but I suppose it all kind of comes out in the wash in the end. But I've just been sat doing that. We've done Wordle for the day. I've been doing some social media and doing some emails, and at some point I'm actually going to sit and relax. My last ever getting ready with you using my failsafe makeup container carrier. I always put cream makeup products in these little contact lens case. I don't wear contact lens cases. I borrowed this from a friend, and no, didn't borrow. A friend gave this to me, and I think I might have bought an empty one in a container store in America. So anyway, I'm just getting ready to go into Valletta. We've been in the pool, been on the top deck for a few hours, and then we moved down to the heated pool at the bottom of the hotel. And went for a swim, and Dad got English, was really good. Let me get my SPF. I've got you balanced on you know, one of those like up close magnifying mirrors. Turn this way, that's just dangerous. This is my mattifying ultraviolet SPF 50. Okay, see if I can show you here. Look, it takes, once it's rubbed in and starts to work, it takes the shine away. So it's really good for men and greasy people. Talking of greasy people, look at my fringe. I've just been in the pool, didn't get it wet or anything, well, not really wet. And now it's looking terrible, but I'm not going to wash it just to go to Valletta for a few hours. So we're going to go in and try and see the gun salute. Actually, I'm going to put that back in my bag just in case. And what else? Go and see the gun salute and get some dinner in the market there maybe, and just spend the rest of the day there instead of coming back here and finding something to eat. We're going to do it that way around. Some powder. I'm just doing a really rush to get ready with me. So I'm glad we had like the final bit of time in the pool this morning, because else I would have felt a bit shortchanged that I hadn't spent enough time in the water here, which I really hadn't. Sorry, you can't really see me. I think when I'm editing this, I'm going to try and crop off that. Also, what do we think of this? I'm not convinced. I am fully dressed as a peasant, honouring my roots and my current economic status. But anyway, I need to make my last makeup video for my 7 days of summer makeup, so I'm going to try and do that over summer in a minute. And of course, finishing touch. I'm really into my freckles at the moment. I don't know if you can see me doing them. just dot them around like that and then work them in, except what I've done with them, this one, is that it ran out really, really quickly. So I put some micellar water in there to try and loosen up the product, but that's made it way too liquidy now and they barely stay. So sometimes what I do is dip it in some brown eyeshadow and just do that instead. I think they're so cute, can you see them? Not very well. Okay guys, that's kind of me ready. I think I might just put the straighteners over my fringe to maybe like should it be back more and like bring it out a little bit, do that. Who knows what the cool kids / peasants do. Just like that, we've made it to Valletta. We got a bolt here after a little bit of lunch in our room, courtesy of the breakfast buffet, and a little Uber over to here, a bolt over to here, which took about 35 minutes. And we've come straight up to the upper barracks, the upper viewing gallery, for the 4 o'clock saluting of the guns. And then we're going to start a little look around Valletta after that. So just had a little ice cream. Kat and Steve are there looking very much like tourists behind me, but so do I. I have this peasant outfit on still. Although actually I might find a really good hack for those thin hair girlies. At least my scalp can't get burnt, but it is very, very warm, very hot today, and I've got the beginnings of a migraine, so I've just had an acai bowl for a bit of sugar and coldness, and yeah, waiting for it to all kick off.
What are we ordering?
I actually did a slow-mo video of the gun firing, but it made me jump so much the slow-mo jumped nearly out of my hand. So we're still up at the upper level of the battery now. The gardens up here are worth coming up to see, alone with the flowers and the statues. And the old, the lovely limestone brickwork. And we just tried to take a photo in one of these lovely arches, but it's not that easy. There's loads of people around and yeah. Anyway, well, there'll be a lot more photo opportunities around the city. I think it's now about 4:10 and it's absolutely boiling, but I want to go and look at all the lovely houses. By the way, it's free if you watch the guns from the upper battery, but you've got to pay if you want to stand down beside them, so I might as well just go up to the top. We've only just walked down the street and already we've come across one of the famous streets where everyone sits down and has their drinks and Aperol looking at the view, and it is utterly gorgeous. It's packed with people taking photos obviously, but the view down through onto the water with all the yachts, let me show you. Now isn't this a cool place to have a little drink in the shade, nice and cool, relax, look at all the buildings. Fabulous ladies' hair salon imagery there. That's got to be an 80s sign. Love it. That behind me is the old, not the old, but the food market. And I actually thought it was an old food market, a bit more like the ones in Barcelona or Vietnam, where there's like more street vendors and people sort of a packed environment where you just sit on tables. But it actually is more like the sort of food markets in London, like the Seven Dials markets. It's a really good selection of foods and countries around the world, but maybe not, like it was quite loud in there and nothing particularly authentic, maybe I should say. Anyway, ooh, Stetson, a Stetson shop. Gentlemen, you gave me some ice for my head, thank you very much. We've come to a restaurant on the very front called Cockney's because it was recommended by ChatGPT and on TripAdvisor as being great for seafood. It's quite a small menu and there's no happy hour, and I feel really sick about it, because in the streets where we were walking there was tons of happy hours and tons of great menus, probably cheaper. No, but they might have been really...
The food wasn't cheap.
Wasn't cheaper, no. I don't know, you just don't know, do you? But this was recommended. Oh, they've got matching dresses. Oh, look at the matching dresses. So anyway, I've just spilt a load of water on myself, so I'm going to stand in the sun to try and dry that off. And this is the ferry port. You can cross over to Sliema from here. So it's €3 to get from the ferry from Valletta over to Sliema. It's like a little bar, there's different restaurants around here. But I would say this is out of like the main drag. It was only 5 minutes from the main, where I last spoke to you at the food courts, the food centre. But the staff are very, very nice here, very sweet. And there's Dad up there. There's everyone getting ready to get on the next ferry that's come across. And that's where we walked around the fort yesterday, just there. Wow, thank you so much. Oh my god, I've just finished dinner. We are full and knackered and absolutely, I am personally gutted. I've not had more time in Valletta because I just feel like it's this amazing, just never-ending roll of winding streets that I wish I spent more time looking around and less time in the other places we visited. But of course you don't know until you get there, and no one sort of on my research had explained that Valletta is so much bigger than Sliema and Mdina. Well, we knew it was bigger than Mdina, but Mdina, sorry. I didn't realise it was so much better and so much more going on and just lively and bright and full. And I wish you would come here earlier in the day. That said, it was really hot today, so I think you probably couldn't just walk around for ages and ages. And we also wanted some time at the pool because we hadn't done that yet, so I don't know. Don't know whether we've necessarily done everything the right way around, to be honest. And I'd advise people to come here more for a wander and a look around. But I thought Sliema was more of the shopping place, to be honest. Although that said, this is all tourist shops and not really many actual high street shops. Not that we're here for shopping, obviously we're here on holiday. There's so many more places to go for drinks, there's so much more happy hour. And the restaurant we went to, we didn't have happy hour. And Mum didn't really like the food, so I just feel like I've ruined the last night. I'm right of the main sort of drag of all the shops and back to where we started. We just got dropped off at the very top up here, right by the cannons. So we've almost done like a full loop. There's the entrance. You could probably spend, what, 3 or 4 hours just strolling around, drinking, enjoying. Back up to the top of the fort with the views as the sunset. I forgot to film that we had one last drink before we left, just as a little goodbye, and we managed to get in there at 10 to 8 before the happy hour finished. Ooh, I can tell you the difference as soon as the sun goes down and this wind is up. You definitely need to bring a jumper with you, but it's also nice to see Valletta in at night as well, with all lit up, and there's loads of lights swinging between all the streets. This is the live like amphitheatre right in front of me now. And then again, as we looped for the second time, back out to the upper what was it called? The upper decks? What was this area called? Anyway, you know, this is where we started. I think we've done 3 loops in a row now. The last morning, we are heading to the airport. We about 6:45 because the coach is coming to take us. The coach I'm in now is coming at 7:45, even though our flight starts at 11:40. So it's very early, but I think it's probably because they've got quite a lot of stops on the way to the airport. So we're just driving past the bay now. I would say that if you're coming to Malta for beaches, don't. The water's gorgeous, quite still considering how windy it is. The beaches are rubbish and it's not really super clear water, it's just like any Mediterranean island. Very much like Italy actually, but landscape and beach-wise, not the most inspiring. History-wise, town-wise, brilliant. I wouldn't say this is like a family holiday as such. If you just want to have loads of beach days in warm water, this is probably the place it's great if you want to have a real varied holiday and explore and mix things up, go to lots of different restaurants, try lots of different cuisines, and obviously the culture and the history here is amazing, and the fact that everything's in English makes it a lot easier, and it's so well run and it's so clean and so well kept. I'll show you the beach we're going past. Look in there. Well, we're about to land, so I thought I should probably try and wrap up this vlog here. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them. But I've just seen myself on the monitor, so I feel like it's not fair of you to wrap for this to be the last image of quite a pretty trip. But you know, that is just what flying and a week away without your home comforts does for you. We're landing into London in mid-afternoon. Cass and Steve are getting on the train back to Cornwall. I'm going home, so I've got to start filming tomorrow morning early in North London. So anyway, it should be fun by the time I get back, sort myself out, put a wash on, sort my kit out, I'll be ready to go. So thank you for watching, as ever. Slightly different, not to normal makeup life, a complete week off the makeup, although I was Instagramming every day. Anyway, back to normal vlogging very soon-ish.